Christmas have come and gone. Thank God. It's now the 26th, the first day of Kwanzaa. So happy Kwanzaa to those that celebrate Kwanzaa. Well, yesterday I went to the movies. I went to go see Black Christmas. Now, the one thing about movies nowadays, when it comes to the commercials, the trailers for the commercials for the movies, they put a scene in the commercial in the TV commercial, and then when you go to the movie theater, that scene's not in the movie. You be going, what happened to the... But anyway, with Black Christmas, they have a scene in the TV commercial that's not in the actual movie when you go to it. But horror movies aren't like they used to be. I know me and my sister yesterday, when we were eating yesterday, I went to my sister's house to have Christmas dinner, and but anyway, we were talking. I said I went to go see Black Christmas, and it was all right. You know, it was gross, some gross stuff, but it wasn't really scary. But she was like, that's why I watch nothing but the old movies anyway, like Michael Myers and Jason and Freddy Krueger, the old school stuff, because that's when horror movies or slasher movies, what they called them back then, were good and scary. That's why I like zombie movies and werewolf movies and stuff like that. But anyway, I didn't receive anything for Christmas, which I already pretty much knew that, because I usually don't get anything for Christmas, so it's no big deal. It all centers around my nephew, because he's 7 years old, so you gotta get gifts for him. But anyway, today, though, before my time is up, it's cold. That's why I got this blanket on. I want to talk about a subject a lot of African Americans don't like talking about. No, not about foreplay or oral sex or licking a woman's butt, but about females. Do they masturbate? Or should you teach your child, your daughter or your sister or whatever, your daughter at 11 or 12 years old, how to either practice abstinence or masturbation? Now, when I was in the store, I think last Thursday, getting gifts, gift cards, because that's usually what I buy, gift cards. My family pretty much knows that. 3 young ladies, they look like they were about 15, maybe 16 years old, maybe younger. They were very beautiful, attractive, but then when they turned around, they were pregnant. Big old bellies, pregnant. They didn't look no more than 15 years old, maybe younger. All 3 of them were pregnant. So it's pretty obvious that the messages that you see in commercials on TV and in the radio, definitely urban community radios like hip-hop, R&B station, that's all they run is some abstinence commercials. They're not working. It's pretty obvious. So should the mother or the parent teach their child masturbation? Self-pleasure, like most men, I've been doing it since I was 16 years old. Self-pleasure. And it's been like that most all my life. But should more African American women masturbate? And if they are masturbating, why is it so taboo? Because if you go on the internet, you see a lot of these websites where you see all of these websites with women masturbating. It's mainly dominantly white. Pretty obvious, but you can find maybe 1 or 2 blacks that are not adult entertainers masturbating, or Asian women or Hispanic women or Latino women. You don't hardly ever see them on sites like that masturbating. I've been online since 1998, first with America Online, and I remember one woman telling me she's black, that she uses nothing but a pillow when she masturbates. She can have an orgasm that way, rubbing a pillow on her clitoris, and she comes that way. I was like, damn, that's pretty cool. But nowadays with adult entertainment and videos, they all using toys and everything else other than just their fingers. But should parents teach their child at that time of age, definitely females, that masturbation is alright? or masturbation is bad, because it's pretty obvious. They're not teaching their child about masturbation when you got little 11-year-olds looking like they're 21. But anyway, it's very rare to find movies like this movie here I have. Very rare to find a movie like this. 12, nasty, you get the point. But why does it have to be nasty that a woman is pleasing herself? Why does it have to be considered nasty because you masturbate? Now, these are the only two real videos I've been able to find. Now, you're going to find websites, masturbation websites with men masturbating, females masturbating, but you got to pay for that, and it's usually just mainly white women. And the very few black women you see, it's not that many. Not to say that black women don't masturbate, because some do, some don't. Some men do, some men don't. But should the parents be responsible or unconservative enough to say, hey, look, there's nothing wrong with masturbating? Would that keep them from having sexual intercourse if they masturbate? Or would it want them to want to have sex more if they start to masturbate? That's the question. But to me, masturbation, number one, is not nasty. It's not bad. But I think after a while you do become addicted to it, to where you don't need a partner. I haven't had a woman since 1995 sexually, but I've had a lot of oral foreplay during that time period. I don't mind being used. Shoot, as long as I get me some, I'm licking it, I'm happy. But anyway, parents, think about it. I know it's your child. You thinking it's best not to teach them about sex, because I learned about sex through just reading books. And the little crap they taught me in school when I was in 8th grade, I could read that my damn self without some teacher telling me that. But should they teach masturbation? And will that help die down teenagers having sex? Now with AIDS and HIV and thousands of new STDs, is masturbation the answer? Because we all know abstinence, they definitely shooting it down the African American community, though it isn't working. When you're still seeing 11-year-old girls looking like they're 21, and you're seeing 14, 15-year-old females pregnant, having babies at 14 years old, and they still in junior high. But that's the question. Also, one of my fantasies I know is, watching the video is one thing, but one of my fantasies is to watch a woman masturbate in front of me. Not on TV, not on Playboy, not on a video, but in real life. That's a fantasy. Good chance it's a fantasy, because it's going to be hard as hell to find a woman to do that. Another fantasy I have is to 5 women of 5 different nationalities: Asian, Hispanic, that's one; Latino, Hispanic, that's, yeah, I busted my finger, that's why it's black like that. 1 white, that's 3, and 2 African Americans, one of brown complexion and one of a darker brown complexion, and just have each one of them, one by one, make love to them orally from behind the butt. And see, that's a fantasy. That's something that my good chance will never happen. That's what a fantasy is. Now, most people come up with fantasies like, hey, having sex with 2 women at the same time, or having lesbian sex because they never had it before or something like. But my fantasies are fantasies that are so far stretched that it might never happen. But anyway, that's one of my fantasies: 5 women, 5 different nationalities. That, and also watching a woman masturbate in front of me in real life. But anyway, happy holidays, happy Kwanzaa, and think about it. Should you teach your child, that females, mainly African American females, to masturbate when they're 11, 12 years old? Would that stop them from having intercourse.